and welcome back to my channel. It's been a long time since I've actually done a channel update video or wine and whips. I do have wine. It's not the best. It's pretty sour actually, low-key. I've tried recording this properly with my full camera set up, as in my phone on a tripod, and god damn it, cat. And not having the cats in the room. The cats decided that they were going to scratch the door until they were let back in every time, or just sat there going wow, wow, really loudly. So there is no choice, they have to be in the room. Off goes one of them. This room is a mess. Oh no, the other one is trying to do the same thing. Because as you can see right behind me, that big long black item, that is a green screen, which means the room needed to change around again. So the reason I had the desk behind me was because I didn't have a decent backdrop. It would have just been this mess that it is. And obviously you can't have that, or I couldn't have that. I could have probably, but I didn't want to. I wanted it to look nicer, so that's done. So the desk is now back where it was originally, all those many moons ago. And this has all been resorted. I have done a really cool little thing in the corner, which you can just about see one of the little unicorn plushies that I have. So if you remember last year, I built shelving units out of DVD stands and wooden boards. And they had some of my plushies put across them. I got fed up of all the small ones constantly falling off. So I built 3 hammocks down the side corner of the wall, and some plushies going in there. And my giant Five Nights at Freddy's poster keeps falling off the wall and has torn and ripped. So I got a frame that's too big for it, painted the round outside black. Sorry, that's the whole point of Wine and Whips. And then that's going to go up there. The other idea I did have for the Five Nights at Freddy's is if I get any stickers or mini pictures of FNAF that I really like, I'm going to glue that to the board as well. And then like have a nice collage up there. I have got an It Chapter 2 poster that I really like that I'm going to do a similar thing to. Again, that's going to go up there. Jade is still hanging on the wall. I've done nothing for her for about 5 months now. So that's one of my goals for 2020 is to actually do that. Last Wine and Whips was October. I have done an absolute buttload of stuff. Now some of it, a lot of it actually, has been given as gifts to friends and family over Christmas. So I have my new bullet journal, which I'm going to show you. I have a list of things I'm going to talk about, and I'm going to try and keep it as quick as possible because no one likes having nearly 9 or 10 hours of like random crap. I have no work in progresses to show you at the moment. If I do, it's probably in the chest of drawers. And I'm not touching those. This Wine and Whips is just finished projects, so there's technically no whips, but at least there is wine. There was only going to be tea, but I recorded this before and it just crashed horribly. And I'm nowhere near as funny as Beyond. He used to be Beyond Useless Gaming. He's not anymore. So I'm going to start off with technically whip is my bullet journal. Now this actually has a little bit of a religious meaning to me. I restarted after Samhain, which is why I posted a video every day in October. I will go into that in a different video. If you want to know, please leave a comment and I will talk to you about it. But basically, I've restarted my year in a day training, which means I'm going through all of my relearning of all of my beliefs, the ideologies, the correspondences to all that kind of stuff. And this is going to help me, but it's also going to be used on a non-magical way, which is currently how I have used it. So, I'm really proud of this page. If you follow me on Instagram, you will have seen some of these. Some of them I won't be showing you simply because they have like really personal meaning. This is the first half of the year. And then there's a futures log, and yeah, I've got loads of stuff to catch up on. My patrons are fucking saints. Mostly, it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other when it comes to that at the moment. Loki is glaring at me. And yeah, it's where you keep birthdays. And I've done the flowers for each month as well, which is how correspondence for each month, which I'm annoyed that June is a rose. Mine is Lily of the Valley, which kind of makes sense because my name's Lilith the Star, which is nicknamed of Lily, so kind of works, doesn't it? Again, birthdays of key people, not many, I'm afraid. I didn't put my dad's in here, I've just realised. That was stupid. Or my nana's. And then I've got a grid list, which gives you a rough idea of, like, I've messed up on this this page, but you know what, it's fine. And then an index, which again I've messed up on about here, but it's fine. The idea is to not be so perfectionary. I have my books page, and I want to read this many books in a year. And this is new films and TV series and stuff like that. And I want to fill this up because I don't really watch much TV or films, so that was the aim. I've actually got a slot I can fill in there now because I watched Disenchantment, season 2. I watched season 1 obviously when it came out. Okay, next. Okay, so this will get filled out every month and a picture frame drawn around it. And yeah, that will be finished when this year's finished. This is my 20 goals for 2020, including my one that will probably never happen. But they're all things like 52 models painted, 1 a week. I am already 2 behind. Per week, 1 item or bag of stuff removed. Again, I'm behind. I tried to visit the local clothes recycling bin and it was full. Now, do at least 1 pull-up. I've been going to the gym for a year and a bit now, and I can't do a pull-up yet. I'm weak. Finish writing my novel. Finish Jade's costume. Get a new job. Yes. Get a job outside of retail. So the idea is, if I have to get a new job and it is in retail, go. Do it. But by the end of the year, I have to have a job that's outside of retail. So, possibly 2 new jobs. Finish my year in a day training. Now these ones I'm a bit skeptical about telling you about, but anyway, here we go. Hit 10 Patreons. I'm at 6 currently, so just got to get 4 more, guys. So if you want to help me, my Patreon link is down below, as it is in every single video. There is going to be lots of shiny new stuff in this year for Patreons, so if you're interested, go and take a look. Become a Twitch affiliate. Again, if it shouldn't be too hard. It should be hard. It's going to be hard but I've got 34 followers on Twitch. I currently stream lots of horror games. So at the moment, every Tuesday is a model painting or creative stream. I didn't do it last week because I was sick, or a couple of weeks ago now by the time this comes out, to be honest. But Tuesdays are model painting, or if I'm up to date with model painting, crafting of some description. Friday, Saturday are gaming days. At the moment, I'm currently streaming Vampire. However, I don't know if by the time this goes out, if it will have been finished and we'll be starting something new. But Vampire is currently the one that we're doing, along with other ones that are recommended by followers on Twitch. So, if you're interested in that, get down below, follow me on Twitch, and I will be asking during streams what game you would like me to stream next. So, if you're interested in that, let me know, and I'll see you there. And then hit 250 subscribers on YouTube. It's not a huge aim for most people, but I am a really slow grower. I make videos mostly for fun, and I do know that I need to pick up my editing skills and all that kind of stuff. And as when I was filming this, I'm on 174, I think. So yeah, 80 subscribers. God. took me like forever to get to 100 because I'm not particularly the best. But I am going to go back through all my videos, sort that out, maybe not have such a daunting back catalogue, but you know. Number 12 is plan a trip to Japan. I've wanted to go to Japan for years. However, I have had a real issue recently with wanderlust hitting me. I'm really quite bad and feeling like I need to go. It's not one of those, oh, I'd like to go at some point. It's like, I need to go. There's something there for me. And considering that I'm pagan, that's something we don't tend to ignore. So I'm going to plan a trip. Whether or not I get to go in the next year or so, which I doubt, is a different matter. But I'm going to plan a trip and at least look into it and look at what needs to be got. Go to Hyper Japan. I wanted to go to this festival for years and we keep missing it. So just go. Get the garden sorted out. Garden needs a lot of work. I keep working on it every single year, and every single year it regrows and I get pissed off with it, and now finally the Housing Association have also got pissed off with it. However, here's a funny story. I don't have the old pictures, but when I moved in, and for a year after I moved in, because I couldn't touch the garden because my hay fever was so bad, because the growth came up above my head and all of it was like this grassy I can't remember what it's called, but rattan tails or something. They were like these big fluffy tailed reed things, and oh my god, I'd go out there and try and cut anything and just be nearly like flu symptoms for a week nearly. So I managed with the help of a friend to get it all down one year, and then last year it just grew back. So I'm trying to dig it up, but it's hell. So that's another one. And get Nana to come down at some point. That one's going to be the hardest one out of all of these. Do more reading than last year. That shouldn't be hard. I only read about 4 books. Go to the doctors and get help. Yeah, I have had some really bad issues with my head over the last year. I've started having hallucinations, normally caused by heat, which is weird because I don't feel heat. I feel cold, but I don't get warm very quick. So I don't feel that I'm too warm, but when I know I've been too warm recently because I hallucinate. So that's something to sort out. Need to learn to meditate, cut down on my waste, and buy less stuff that I don't need. So the cut down on the waste is a big one because obviously I want to live a better life. Most people do, but you know, it's difficult. Especially where I live, because even the greengrocers packages all of their stuff in plastic. And because I've been eco-bricking, which is where you wash all your plastic that's had touch with food, and if it doesn't, you cut it up into tiny little pieces and you shove it in a bottle and you just pack it down until the bottle's a certain weight and you can send it off. I prefer to keep them and try and figure out what I'm going to do with them. So the most recent one is going to get turned into a doorstop. Now, I don't really need doorstops in this house, but they're useful to have. So once there's a doorstop in every room in my house, other people are probably going to get them for birthdays and Christmases. If you're annoyed by this fact, I'm trying. Anyway, buy less stuff that I don't need. So yeah, less buying of toys and crap. And if I buy video games, you know, I love having disc versions of video games. I really do. But at the same time, I'm getting to the point where if I leave where I currently work, am I going to actually be able to get discs and trade them in and all that kind of stuff? Answer's probably no. Anyway, after that, we go move on to the next pages. January, this is the theme page. So this sets the theme for the whole of January. And this is my tarot card, for the entire year of 2020, and it already kind of has been setting the entire thing going, which is strength. And this is a little bit that I have actually written based on what I've read of the card, and that's my design for a card. It represents inner fortitude and resilience. It is about knowing you can and will survive what has been thrown at you. You have the patience and inner calm to overcome all of the obstacles presented to you. This year is going to be a year of growth. So yeah, And it's what I needed, considering in the first week of this year, my boss of 23 years, well, he's been working with the company 23 years, with working with me for 14, has been made redundant, and the company has basically told me that I'm worth shit. And then at the same time going, we care about your mental health and well-being. Cool, thanks for that, you liars. I'm not mentioning who it is, so if you manage to figure out who it is, please don't mention it. Anyway, so that's that. Again, I can't really show you this unless I get a piece of paper. Right, okay. So here is the calendar, which I really like. And this is something I wanted to do. So a line a day, which is where you write out what kind of happens to you on a daily basis. And it's normally something good, just something to keep your hopes up. I can't really show you the next one. Oh no, I can show you the next one. That is my mood tracker. I'm going to include more moods next month. It's just these were the ones I had to hand. And this is my habit tracker. Some of the habits on there are ones that people would be like, well, you should do that anyway. And I'm like, I am a manic depressed woman who has been told I should be medicated for that by a professional. But the last time I went on the meds, I ended up going a bit insane. So yeah, it's just a way of me keeping track and trying to keep up. So I'll just cover those up so you can't see, and you can see that there is at least one thing that I have done nothing of, and that's actually Tumblr, because I need to have a life. January week 1, again, I can't show you, but it's not the standard one. I've started the next page, which, again, if I cover that up mostly, that should be fine. There we go. Is going to be a tracker page for the models that I want to do, getting rid of everything, and then the projects that I've finished throughout the year. I know that seems really weird to put that in the middle of January, but I messed up and missed a page. Next one is, again, I can't show you this really, but it didn't work out, so I settled on, now I finished a blank version, so this weekly spread that I've got is for this this current week we're in, and next week, and the week after. Nice and simple, but looks really nice at the same time. So, okay, bullet journal over and done with. That wasn't supposed to take nearly 18 minutes. I apologise. You know what? Having a longer video doesn't really matter, does it? So I have my other journal, which I'm still using. I normally go through these so much quicker than this one, but oh well. So I'm going to very quickly run down the finished pictures. They are going to flash up here, and I'm going to sit here like this. So there is the Among the Dead full sketch, black and white. This is going to be made available on my Patreon very, very soon. Probably already is available as a colouring sketch page for you to colour if you so wish. All you need to do is be a Patreon of any level, and you get pages like this to colour in as and when I get them done. Okay, probably a lot of my Inktober ones will end up on there for you to colour in, which is some of the other ones that are going to be made available or that you're going to see today, so keep that in mind. Halloween hands. Now, for those of you who have probably been seeing my stuff in the past, or watched any of my October videos, this is the end screen and thumbnail picture for all of my October videos. Called it Halloween hands. It is basically an edited version, very heavily edited version of the previous picture. So I'm going to move on that very, very quickly. Next one. This is an Inktober drawing going by the name of Build. I went for a slightly more dream-like version of Build, as in this character here. My Inktober was based on my novel. Every single drawing will have characters from the novel in it. I haven't actually, posted all of these yet, so that's why they're not going to all be in this week's whenever's Wine and Whips. So I'm sorry about that. So Build. This is the puppeteer. He creates dreams. He pulls from people's dreams and builds reality from them. Not good realities. He twists your dreams, so he's a very twisted builder. Husky. This is Evelyn and one of my characters by the name of Khyber. I have loved that name for forever and a day. Khyber is a werewolf that has been cursed. So everyone thinks werewolves are cursed anyway. Kind of. But in this regard, he can't turn back to being a human. He never will be able to be human. There is no way to break this curse because the fairy that did it to him is dead. So he is stuck as a wolf or wolf-dog hybrid for the rest of his life, and Evelyn is taking care of him as if he were her pet because she doesn't know yet. So that's what this drawing represents. Enchanted. I like this drawing. I really like this drawing. It is going to become a canvas at some point. I have bought the canvas and I'm ready to paint it. I just need to draw it out there and decide what colour the background's going to be because I adore this drawing. I was scanning it in the other day to put into this video and I was like, I really like this drawing. It needs to become a canvas. So it's going to this year at some point. So that's that one. I don't know where the idea for this came from. I just really wanted something different because a lot of people were going, oh look, fairies and spell casting and these creatures, these skulls and Evelyn have been enchanted and like they're crying blood and it's all floating upwards. So there you go, enchanted. Next one is Frail. Now Evelyn has a best friend. Her name is Lilitha. Well, no, it's not. Her name is Lily. Sorry, Lily. I don't know where Lilitha came from. She's not Lilitha. Her name is Lily. Her name is Lily Holmes. Yes, Holmes. No relation to Sherlock Holmes in any way, shape or form. It's a joke that her family has. So this is Lily Holmes. She's a sickly individual. She's had a very rough life. And she goes into hospital a lot. And I wanted to kind of reflect that in the story. And in this drawing, and this is where she is. This one is a break from the Inktober drawings. It is me as a FNAF character, yay, being a security guard for my thumbnails to do with Five Nights at Freddy's because I was playing that a lot over October. I've got a lot of videos to go through with that and I really need to get it sorted on that kind of thing. So there we go. Now we're back to Inktober. We have the Legends drawing. I'm really super proud of this one. This is a character that doesn't really turn up till very late in the series. Starting in the third book, I've written down all of the brainstorming for how the stories go and all that kind of stuff. I just need to see if, like, once I finish the first one, if people are actually interested in me carrying on. So this is the Empress, also known as the Red Queen. She eventually ends up ruling a kind of mixed world of human and fae. She is an ambiguous character. She's neither good nor bad. She is kind of, she's not even self-serving. She is much more like nature, as in, yeah, there are good moments, there are bad moments. She is not evil, she's not good. And considering what happened to her, yeah, but anyway, that was my legendary figure that I chose. I really like this drawing. I have done a gold foiled print that my Patreons are going to get, and there will be a giveaway involving some of the B grade foil prints, basically ones that didn't turn out as well as I would have liked. They will be up for grabs very soon, free, as long as you follow the giveaway rules. So there's that. Overgrown, again, this one is kind of featuring a character that doesn't come until later in the book series. He's hidden in the background. That's all I could think of doing. It's a woodland picture with a scary figure in the background. Go figure. That's it for that one. It's not great. It's not bad, but it's not great. Wild. Now this one I'm really happy with. I wanted to go with the idea of, instead of a wild creature, well, they are wild creatures. This is Ellaraine and her daughter Una. Now Ellaraine is a huntress of the peasant fae class. She is a satyr. She has a daughter by the name of Una. I don't know who the father is yet. I will probably not know for a very long time. The way that this particular clan of fairies run is that the hunters lead the pack, or not the pack, the clan, and she is a hunter, and this is her daughter. So if her daughter grows up to be a priest, or priestess in this regard, she will be a spiritual leader, and if she grows up to be a hunter like her mother, then she will become an actual leader of the clan. So basically, even though the priests lead the day-to-day, if a hunter says, no, we're not doing it, then the clan doesn't do it. So, childlike wonder of wildlings, basically. I have one more drawing, which is this one. It is Lilitha of Lily, not Lilitha. Lily. That's why I'm getting it wrong, because people have started calling me Lily on stream. I'm not mad about that. Please don't stop. It's fun. But this is Lily sitting on a swing. Yeah, I just needed... No, that's not... It's not swing. Is it swing? I'm just checking on my phone, ladies and gents. Is it swing? Is it swing? Yes, it is swing. There's sling later on, which is also Lily. So yeah, there is swing. It's just a drawing I wanted to do. Ta-da! Done. Cool. There are two things that I cannot show you on this video, and that is my Oriental Junk Journal and my Steampunk Junk Journal. There are videos to those, which I will link up in the up here somewhere at some point. They are basically gifts that I made for Christmas, so therefore will not be showing up in the video because they have their own videos. But I made two more junk journals. I am going to start another couple very soon. One is a mad scientist one. It's for a Patreon, as in he's not paying for it, it's just part of Patreon stuff. And the other one is a gift for someone for their birthday in April, and I'm actually going to start a third one because I remember that I've got some little, whenever I go through packets of rice or stuff like that and they're in cardboard, I use those cardboard sleeves to make junk journals. So there's one of those going as well. So there's 3 that will be on the go soon. So very quickly, I have been reminded that I have to show you very quickly. I'm going to lean this side this time, so it's going here. Of stuff that I have made for Christmas that is not going to appear because I don't physically have the items anymore. I made 2 of these, and they are not tied fleece blankets. They are 2 layers. One side is fleece, one side is a corduroy cotton. They have been literally, and these are the most simplest blankets to make ever, and they make wonderful gifts. The 2 people who received them are super happy, and they are hard wearing, wash-proof, and very warm. So I made one for my Nana because she smokes, but she doesn't smoke as much as she used to, and she goes out of the house, excuse me, and she sits in the porch and she smokes in the porch. That's the only place in the house that smells like smoke, and her and Grandad did this for years until Grandad died, and she's carried it on. So I've made her one of these because her old blanket is torn and worn and she needed a new one, so that's this one. I also made one for my dad for 2 reasons. One, he has 2 dogs and they regularly ruin his blankets. This can be used for the dogs or for him and can be very easily put in the washing machine. And 2, I made it to match his mum's, who is my nan, obviously. I figured that they deserved matching sets, so when she passes, I can either have it, or my sister can have it, or Dad can have it, and we're all linked together kind of thing. Speaking of sisters, I made my sister this. This is a Captain America hammer bead shadow box photo frame. She has recently gained an obsession with Captain America, so that is why he is here. That is what I made for her. One of the junk journals I was going to make was a gothic vampiric one because she asked for it, which was very weird because she's not normally struck me as being someone who likes that kind of thing. But anyway, I made this for her last minute kind of thing, but it turned out really well, so I'm super proud of it, and I'm going to make people more for Christmas and stuff like that. I also made these 3 Christmas cards. They're going to flash across the screen really quickly. I don't have the picture. Oh, maybe I do actually. Maybe I can get it. Basically, I did one more present, and yes, I do have a copy of it. That's good. Come on. I did this cross stitch for my stepmom for Christmas. She loves horses. She is a horsey horse person. I have never met a more horsey horse person in my life, and so when I was hand making gifts, this was the one that I picked for her, and I'm really glad that she liked it, and it's already hanging up in the house. Right guys, so this is getting really super long. This is possibly the longest video that I have done in years, other than gaming videos. So, I do hope you've enjoyed this. Please do like, comment, subscribe. Do check me out in Patreon if you are interested in getting any of this kind of stuff for free. And I will see you later. Take care, have fun, and goodbye.